happened immediately. Hello and welcome. I'm DDF Racer, and today I'm going to be trying out the Toyota GR86 in iRacing for the first time. I know this car isn't exactly new. I mean, it was released over 6 months ago as of making this video, but I haven't actually fired up iRacing in over 12, so to me, this is new. It's also free, which is great because it means there should be plenty of people on the servers. Okay, so a little bit about this thing. The Toyota GR86 is a front-engined, rear-wheel drive car weighing around 1,300 kilograms with a 6-speed sequential gearbox and a 2.4-litre flat-4 engine putting out around about 220 horsepower. It's essentially an entry-level racing car which Toyota claim allows drivers to hone their skills and is quite hard to spin. We'll see about that. When you think about entry-level cars in iRacing, traditionally it's been the Mazda that's introduced everybody to road racing. But when you get out of rookies, you're kinda left to fend for yourselves with paid content such as Ferrari Fixed or the Skip Barber. The Toyota is a very welcome extension of the free content roster, which gives you the option to progress through D-Class without having to spend a cent, and after a few hours driving this car in practice, plus this week's 15-minute official race at Laguna Seca, which I'll get onto shortly, I gotta say, it's an incredibly addictive car. It feels safe and stable, which gives you confidence in how it's going to behave and means you can really push it to explore the limits of grip without fear of binning it. Of course, if you overdrive it, then it's going to bite, either on the brakes if you unsettle the rear and initiate a slide, or if you're too eager on the power and understeer it wide on exit, but it's not an insta-bin situation by any means. Once you get up to speed though, it becomes increasingly difficult to find more time, but in the best way possible. You can't just be brave on the brakes or throw it into the corner harder to get a few extra tenths. Quite the opposite. It's going to cost you time the more aggressive you get. In order to go quicker, you really need to think about your inputs and refine your lines to carry more speed, which is exactly what a car like this is designed to do. Being on the slower side, it gives you more time to think about these things instead of something like an Indy car, for example, where you're just kind of holding on and you're already at the next corner before you've processed what happened at the previous one. This Toyota is all about momentum. The low power means you can't just floor it on corner exit and compensate for a bad apex. If you're 5k down at the corner, then you're carrying that deficit all the way to the next one. Patience is important, but also getting on the power early is important too, and it's a fine balance between getting your exit right and powering out with all of that momentum, and getting on the power too early, inducing understeer and then scrubbing all of that momentum off. Now this is dictated by what kind of shape the car is in during that mid-corner transition, and you are going to need to manage the weight transfer smoothly on entry so that the car is already settled by the time you get to the apex, and then just get on the power as early as possible, but also as smoothly as possible too. Smooth is the key word here. If you have any kind of sliding going on, then all you're going to be doing is scrubbing off speed sideways instead of going forward. That's not to say that as soon as you do slide, you die, as most people tend to think is the case in iRacing. It's definitely possible to ride the limit of grip in this thing and get a bit of oppo going, but you'll see your lap delta drop like a stone. That said, I had a few moments in practice where I thought I was gathering it up, only to get an almighty tank slapper and be spat out in the opposite direction. So that's definitely something to watch out for, especially as the tyres start to overheat. After a while, I found myself really leaning on the brakes and trail braking quite deep into the corner, using them to get the rear of the car rotated. I know it's a bit of a cliche, but you really can steer with your feet once you get the hang of it. The steering wheel at that point is more of a suggestion really, and often just cranking on more lock isn't going to actually do anything apart from burn up your tyres. Although it's definitely possible to lose the rear under braking if you're too hard on the pedal, the Toyota GR86 does come with ABS to help prevent you locking up, and also comes with traction control to manage the power delivery too. From what I can gather, in fixed setup at least, you can't change these in the pit menus or on the fly whilst out on track though. I personally like to turn the TC down a bit, as I feel like it's too easy to get bogged down on corner exits. Although it saves you from sliding, the more you lean on the TC, especially if you're turning the car at the same time, the more the TC is going to kick in, scrub off the acceleration, and kill that all-important momentum. There's a couple of green lights on the top of your dash below the rev lights, which indicate when you've triggered the TC. Same for the ABS as well, although they're the blue lights at the bottom. Speaking of revs, this feels like a very peaky car, meaning you're going to want to try and keep the revs up as much as you can. There's not much power to play with, so shifting too early or being in too low of a gear, especially for uphill sections, it's not a good idea. Here at Laguna Seca, I was struggling to maintain 150k heading up towards the corkscrew in 4th gear, but shifting it down to 3rd would just bang it straight into the rev limiter, so this really reinforces what I said earlier about maximising the corner exit speeds. Just 1 or 2k could make a huge difference. The suspension on the Toyota feels very forgiving, by the way. It just eats up those curbs and bumps, and the car feels quite soft in general. That's not to say there's a ton of body roll and you'll be wallowing around from one corner to the next, but it's definitely not got the feeling of a stiffly sprung, super responsive GT car, for example. All in all, it's a very enjoyable little car which is easy to drive, but hard to drive fast. And it's going to keep you coming back lap after lap to try and find that extra 10th. But we all know that the proper test of a car is to go and throw it into a race. So here we are on the grid at Laguna Seca. I am starting in 7th position, car number 15 out of 18. This is the first iRacing official race I've done for at least 12 months, if not 18 months. All I want to do is keep it out of trouble, not get wrecked, and make it to the end. I want to see that checkered flag. Hope you enjoy the race and the video. If so, don't forget to leave it a like.
Nice and neat.
Say hi in the comments and subscribe to see more iRacing content on the channel in the next few weeks and months. Right.
Green, green, green. Alright, down 15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes.
Heading down to the first corner, we got someone on the right.
Far right.
Got someone coming up behind as well, nice and easy.
Hold your line. Rewind. You're in the middle. Still there. Rewind. In the middle. He's still there. You're clear. Clear all around.
And it's happened immediately.
Has been in the Andretti hairpin.
Absolutely sandwiched. Nowhere to go.
Caution.
Nowhere to go. I could see that happening a mile off, someone being super ambitious on the inside.
We've got a lot of work to do now.
And now it really is a last to first challenge. Where am I supposed to go, people? Come on, I've got someone on the outside trying to turn in. Got someone on the inside, running wide. I don't think the car's too damaged, but now we are down in, I think, 15th or 16th place or something? Nah, right. I think there is a little bit of damage, to be honest. Oh yeah, big understeer there. I have to shift it down to 3rd. The guy behind is closing up pretty quickly as well. Probably started from the pits. A wise idea. I should have done the same.
15th place.
Is that the guy behind trying to bargain with me for position? Come on. Give me a chance. I'm not down here on merit. He's going to try it, isn't he? Of course he's going to try it.
Hold your line. Keep it steady. Clear left.
Of course he's going to try it. Oh well. Better to live than to be in the fence. Lift off before the corner a bit, give him that spot back. Through the corkscrew, which never gets boring in VR. I got a 1x for that, must have cut a little bit too much on the inside. Oh well, it's alright. There's a bit on the outside as well.
You cut the track, keep it nice and tidy.
There's a couple of X in a couple of corners. Got no doubt the guy ahead of me is faster. 2.9 I rating, of course. So, back down to 16th. Let's focus on the car. Let's get some thoughts and feelings about racing. Not that there's anybody to race. But yeah, it's a car that does invite you to push and attack and go 3 wide, as you've quite clearly seen from the start of the race. Doesn't always work out well. Not everybody comes out well. Ooh, guy ahead.
We just had a warning for cutting the track.
The guy heads in the sand. I kind of followed him out a little bit wide as well. That's another incident point. Just need to try and calm it down a bit. He's not exactly pulling away, so let's keep it tucked in nice. Let's get the drive up the hill. There we go. Nice run. Very nice run here. I'm not going to attack him.
You're reeling. Liam in. The gap's now 0.24.
A bit more cautious through the braking zone there. Don't want to rear end him, catch myself off guard. I don't think he'd appreciate that, and neither would I. But yeah, definitely getting up to speed with this now, getting a bit more of a flow, a bit more of a rhythm going. Keep in touch, if not catching this guy again, which I wasn't expecting to do, and we're both catching the 2 cars ahead of us for 13th position. So that's what it looks like this race is going to come down to, the battle for unlucky number 13 with 9.5 to go. Whoa, up on 2 wheels. Toyota does like to do that. Want to keep that momentum going up the hill. Carry as much speed as possible. I could feel that going wide. Better to back out. You do not want to be in the death gravel on the right hand side there. Gentle on the power. Not that I was particularly gentle there, but you can see that's a prime example of what not to do. If you get on the traction control, it just bogs it down. Definitely losing time on this lap again. Nice train of cars up ahead. Although I'm a little bit too far back to do anything about it. Guy ahead pulled out heaps of time on me that lap. He's found his rhythm, obviously. Up on two wheels again. It's not great. Losing time. Need to be a lot smoother.
Alright, Dan, that's half distance. Fuel levels are fine.
Hopefully Lim up ahead can shake up the pack a bit, create a gap for us, but this isn't this isn't the action-packed, exciting race that I had in mind that I wanted to show you guys, and I'm not going to stick around for another hour and wait for the next one, because I've got the feeling it'll probably go exactly the same. Actually, I think I'm getting dropped here.
P16, your last lap time was 1:38.80.
I think I'm getting absolutely smoked by the looks of it. Running in last and and dropping back. It's not a position that I'm used to being in. This goes to show the caliber of driver in iRacing is pretty good, but I suppose that's what you get when you get thousands of people online at the same time. You get a wide pool to choose from, and you get matched with the people of similar ability. Although I'd say that definitely being out-abilitied at the moment. Saying that, bit of a gaggle up there. So we've still got 5.5 minutes to go. Let's not write ourselves off just yet. Something could happen. People could get dicey in the last few laps and we could inherit a few positions. Oh, I still think I'm suffering with a bit of damage though, to be honest. Car is quite understeery. A lot more than my practice laps.
That's 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes.
Okay, I'm going to go in for a quiet lap now. So, headphones on, volume up. I'm going to try and really focus and really concentrate on this. So let's enjoy the sound of the Toyota GR86 at Laguna Seca.
That lap time was 1:38.73.
There we go, that's a bit better. Personal best lap of the race. Not by much. I'm still like 3 seconds off the pace. Right, this could get interesting now. We got people on the horizon. We might actually have to do some overtaking here. 2.5 minutes left. Can I salvage something? Oh, that's wide. That's a 1X on the right-hand side. Oh, now it's in fourth and bogging down. Oh, look at the delta. It's just dropping like a stone. Oh, someone spun up ahead. Where are they going?
There's an incident in turn 10.
Thought they were going back on track for a second then, so just extra caution. That's a freebie. That's 15th position. Yeah, I think we're going to have 2 laps left at this rate because the leader's going to cross with... Well, we're crossing the line with 1:26 to go, and they're more than 12 seconds down the road, so yeah, we will get another lap after this, I'm pretty sure. Within a second and a half. All it takes is one mistake from Nick up ahead. But then again, all it takes is one mistake from me, and then I'm back out of contention again. So, yeah, let's crack on with it. A couple of tenths down, it's not looking promising. Oh, someone's off up ahead. Both of them.
Turn 10.
Car right. Clear right.
Opportunistic there, but oh, I bogged it down, went in too deep. I see the late move from him there. He was trying to defend from me. I'm going to give him the inside. So that was a bit cheeky from me. Let's give him lots of space on the inside here.
He's still there. Hold your line. Clear left.
Okay, Dan, you've got half your fuel left.
Car right.
Let's give him all that space. Let's get the drive out. Use that momentum. Here we go. Battle for 14th. He's moving over to the right to defend. Got a good run through there. He's moving to the inside to defend again. Pop it down to third. Get the drive, move to the inside. He's going to try and squeeze me.
Hold your line.
Where do we brake here?
Hold your line. Clear right. Left side.
Got him at the inside. Got him.
Nice one, mate.
Wasn't expecting that to actually work.
Calero is leading the race. Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go. Looks like P2's gone off in.
He's going to try something here. Is he going to go for the dive? Probably.
I think P2's pinned it in.
Get it tucked in. Yes, made a spot on the last lap. There we go. Nice battle with Calhoun. That might actually be 12th.
Yellow flag.
Let's see. No, it's 13th. We did get 13th back.
13th place. There we go, it's over. Bring it back round.
Oh, well, that got a bit exciting towards the end. A few little dramas. Like I said, you never give up, you never know. Back up into 13th. I finished ahead of where iRacing said I was going to finish, which was 15th, with being car number 15. So, yeah, I'm happy with that, in the fact that I beat the system, but I'm not happy with the fact that I finished 13th, because I think there could have been a bit more than that on the cards, based on the qualifying position. Oh well, it was all decided within the first 20 seconds. I wonder what the racing would have been like, but I can say that, yeah, just the driving experience in this car is fantastic. Clearly, I've still got a lot to learn, because this is a fixed setup race, and my best lap was a 1:38.4, whereas the best lap of the race was 1:35.8, so nearly 3 seconds off the pace in identical machinery. So, yeah, lots of work to do. Lots of work to do, but like I said, not bad for a first time in the Toyota GR86, so I'll take that. Anyway, let's go and have a look at that first corner, shall we? Alright, here we go, heading down towards the first corner. You can see, there goes the 3 wide. I'm trying to keep it in the middle as neat as possible. And, yeah, the guy on the outside just turns in on me. I'm trying to give space to the guy on the inside. I mean, where am I supposed to go? Let's slow it down even more. So, turning in, it's the guy behind, actually, who sent it up the inside. It wasn't the guy ahead of me as I initially first thought. So, yep, I have a wobble. He thinks I'm over-rotating there. I correct out of it. Start turning in again. So you can see here the guy on the right is already closing the gap to me. He's already turning in. He's going for the exit there, and there's someone already spinning ahead as well. This guy on the inside, that, you know, I'm giving him as much room as I can, but now that the guy on the outside's turned in, you can see here, his line, it's going to force me into that guy anyway. Like, unless I just back out of it completely. I mean, there's not much I can do, really. You know, he's turning in, he doesn't know it's 3 cars, he only sees 1, but there is a bit of karma there, to be honest. There's a secondary contact that takes him out of the race. So, yeah, it's just unfortunate. You know, nobody ever really wants to be in this kind of situation. You see it from his perspective, so he's already on the outside, getting on the brakes on the main straight, just playing it safe. That's what he should be doing, really. I'm trying to... I should have defended the inside more, but then I'm leaving a whopping gap on the outside, and my corner's a lot tighter than it needs to be. So he's just running it wide around the outside, gets on the brakes, slams it through, bang, 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 4 positions, easily done. Yeah, D-Class Racing, 3 wide at the first corner, always a fantastic idea. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video and it gave you a little bit of an idea of what the Toyota is like, then great. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Was I in the wrong in that instant? What could I have done differently? What are your experiences in the Toyota? And how the hell do I find 3 seconds lap? I'd really like to know that, so please let me know that down below. Anyway, you look after yourselves, and thanks for watching.